Hi everybody, this is Campi and Kurt.
Hello and welcome to Let's Go Campin' with Mount Comfort RV. I'm your host, Kurt Hunt. Thanks for joining us today. We've assembled a fun show that's sure to get you thinking about that next camping trip. You'll enjoy our reviews of one of the best ultralight travel trailers of the year, and we'll see a Class B CrossTrek, perfect for today's active travelers. And the Camping Hoosiers are cooking up some of their go-to campsite meals. But first, Kevin Kemp gives us a lesson on outdoor lanterns.
Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. So today I want to talk to you about campsite lighting, and specifically I want to talk to you about lanterns. There's a whole lot of different lanterns out there on the market, guys, and I want to go through some of the things that'll make it easier for you to select the lantern that's right for you. Primarily, there are two types of lanterns. There are gas-powered lanterns and battery-powered lanterns. Gas-powered lanterns typically run off propane or white gas, and battery-powered lanterns are typically LED or old fluorescent-style bulbs. Now, fluorescent-style bulbs are pretty much off the market now. Everything has gone to LED. Some of the older lanterns that you can still find around are big guys like this. The benefit of something like this is that it's pretty bright and has multiple settings, but it is very heavy. They're typically powered by multiples of D-cell batteries. I think this one holds 8 D-cell batteries, so it's very heavy, takes up a lot of space in your camping gear. You always have to have extra D-cell batteries around, which can be quite expensive. So they have kind of fallen out of favor for the newer style of LED lanterns, which are like this. Guys, these are really affordable. I think I picked up a 4-pack of these on Amazon for about 12 bucks. They are extremely bright for their size. You just pull the lid and it pops open, and they're powered by 3 AA batteries. So it's very easy to throw a 12-pack of AA batteries in your camping gear. It doesn't take up a lot of space, doesn't take up a lot of weight, and you're always able to power something like this. These are great because you can, with how light they are, you can hang them from a tent or a screen house or an awning, and you don't have to worry about too much weight on whatever you're hanging it from. They're highly portable. They don't take up a lot of room. They are fantastic. But there's a downside to LED, and that's the harshness of the light. LED lights are harsh on the eyes, and so a lot of people still like traditional propane or white gas lanterns. I'm one of those people. If I have a choice between an LED or a propane lantern, I'm going to pick a propane lantern every time. But there are some downsides to that. Number one is they're extremely fragile. So I carry my propane lanterns in these, and they're huge and they take up a lot of space. So if you're tight on space, a propane lantern or a white gas lantern probably isn't for you. The other thing about propane lanterns or white gas lanterns is that they get extremely hot. If you touch the top of a propane lantern, you're going to burn yourself if it's been on for any length of time. Also, you can't put it anywhere near anything flammable or that will melt. So that means you can't put it inside a tent or next to a tent without potentially having some issues. The third thing is that when you burn gas, you produce carbon monoxide. And so you cannot run a propane lantern in any area, or a white gas lantern anywhere where you don't have good ventilation. So not inside your camper, not inside a tent, nowhere where you have poor ventilation. So that limits you to LED right there. But there are a lot of times when you're outside, when I'm setting up camp in the dark, or I am cooking dinner, or I'm cleaning up after dinner, or I'm filleting fish after a wonderful day on the water, my go-to lantern is a propane lantern. The last downside I want to mention for a propane lantern is that they typically burn these 1-pound propane cylinders. And these are a bear, guys, because number one, they're kind of a one-time use thing. Once you screw that tank into the lantern, you really want to use up the whole 1-pound tank, because if you unscrew it, oftentimes the valve won't reseat and it'll slowly leak gas. The other thing is that when they're empty, they're very difficult to get rid of. You're not supposed to throw them in the trash. You're supposed to dispose of them properly, which can be difficult depending on where you live. And the other thing, guys, is that you're not supposed to refill them. I know some people do, but you're not supposed to, and I'll just leave it at that. So what I do, guys, is I run a special hose, and I will hook my propane lantern up to a 20-pound propane cylinder. That gives me plenty of gas for all of my cooking, all of my lighting needs for even extended campsite stays. I'll run a T-connector off my propane tank if I need to, and that will allow me to run multiple propane appliances at once. And guys, that is how I run my propane cylinders. Let's take a look. So this is how I run my lantern. A lot of campgrounds will have a lantern stand, but if they don't, I use this collapsible one I got from Cabela's, and I have my Coleman lantern hung, and instead of a 1-pound tank connected to the lantern, I connect it to a hose that goes down to a 20-pound propane cylinder. That's a very easy way to have lighting for the entire trip without going through 1-pound cylinders. So guys, I hope you found this lantern overview useful. I hope it helps you make the right choice for you when you're picking a lantern to go camping. Guys, I hope to see you at the campsite. For Let's Go Campin', I'm Kevin Kemp with Kemp Outside.
Hey everybody, it's Campi. I am here at Mount Comfort RV, and we are with Chris today.
Hello.
Hi Chris. What are we looking at?
Well, today we're going to take a look at a Real-Lite. Now, we carry RVs in a variety of different sizes, obviously. This particular one was for somebody that maybe doesn't have that big truck to tow with.
Okay.
You know, they want to go out, they want to have wonderful times with their family, but they don't want to buy a new $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 truck to do that. Obviously, that's laying out a lot of cash and you know, might not be feasible for everybody.
Right.
So the industry has a lot of lightweight options, and this is one of those. This is a 2021 Real-Lite Model 189. And it comes in about 4,000 pounds, I believe. Yeah, 3,875, which makes it towable not only by pretty much any half-ton truck, but even, say, a mid-size SUV.
Oh, wow, okay. So that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
A little bit lighter to pull behind your vehicle.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's why they call it a Real-Lite.
Real-Lite.
It's really light.
There you go. Fun play on words there. So you notice some features on this. This has a really high-end gel coat fiberglass on it, and you know you have a lot of fiberglass where you can see all the little grains and stuff in it. This is actually a very expensive glass, and it makes it look awesome. These are also easier to clean down the road and stuff to keep it looking nice and not going to be that old yellow camper in the campground years down the road.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
Clean.
Power awning with LED lights.
Beautiful. Love that. Just pulls right out with a button.
It does.
I'm guessing.
It does. That is correct. And then this is where you spend your time. I mean, you know, you
Right.
set up your chairs out here,
Yeah.
your family's out here, you've got your picnic table, your fire ring. That's what goes on, and that happens on this side of the camper.
Okay, awesome.
Another nice feature on the outside, the new steps. I actually wish mine had this. These are the new solid steps. They actually set on the ground as opposed to a step that, well, you know, here's another a step that is up off the ground. That'll always have some flex in it.
Yeah.
Both in the step and in the suspension of the RV. This doesn't move. This doesn't flex.
Sturdy.
Sturdiness.
I don't want to be tripping out of the RV.
Absolutely not. Look, outdoor speakers so you can annoy your neighbors.
Always love doing that.
I mean, who doesn't love AC/DC at 5 a.m.?
when we have our outdoor, when we have breakfast. Yeah, play some rock music.
There you go.
Ah, yeah.
Little bit of outside storage. Now on these smaller RVs, you don't get quite as much storage, but again, it's about being small and light and getting the job done. Even has solar prep if somebody wants to add a solar panel to it and live off the grid. Hide from the man.
We love that. Get away from the man. Show him. We
All
got
right.
solar.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got, this is like a rhino lining material.
Oh, wow.
Same stuff they use in truck beds and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
And that Linex,
That's
I'm sorry, I
rough.
used the wrong brand name there. But yeah, that way if you get a rock or anything hits it going down the road, it's not going to do any damage. Got the
Great.
front window. Nobody uses the front window anymore. I love the front window.
Yeah, why? So this is uncommon?
Sadly, it's become uncommon. It's making a little bit of a comeback, so we're hoping for. Over time, they had to do rock covers and guards and stuff like that. It was honestly just cheaper to leave them off. Now they're using a different type of material on the front there that's much more rock resistant. So that's good. Your propane tank, your battery, and of course your power tongue jack are all up here.
Amazing.
I know you want to see the inside.
I really want to see the inside.
Let's go look.
So Chris, I have been in this particular trailer before, but something very traumatic happened. You might remember.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Tony, roll the clip. So that was very scary, Chris, but I forgive you. However, before we start the tour, I'm just going to need you to open up the bathroom door so that I know that we're safe.
Bathroom door? Not sure what the big deal is.
Okay. I mean, it was scary, you guys. It was very well done. It was good.
I was in there for 3 days waiting. Okay, so let's take a look at the inside of this camper, because they've actually squeezed a lot into a small package. This is an 18, 19-foot trailer, so you don't have oodles and gobs of square footage to deal with. So we had to make good with what we have.
Right.
So up front we have a sofa, but then the sofa can kind of do double duty like a lot of sofas. Yes. It will convert into a jackknife bed, but then that mattress flips over like a Murphy bed type style.
Very nice. And it's really big. That's a huge bed, really.
It is. That would be a huge bed. And then window up front.
I know. And the window, it's nice. It's nice. Great.
So we do have a small slide in this as well. This slide is in the out position now, so we're fully expanded.
Okay.
And we have a nice booth dinette, storage under both.
Beautiful. That's great. And then I'm guessing this also can convert?
That will also convert into a bed. You can sleep 2 kids, maybe 1 adult there.
Okay.
Small adult.
Small adult.
So, and then back here, check that out.
Okay. Bunk bed.
With the teddy bear mattresses.
There's a lot of sleeping space in here.
There is a lot of space. For a small trailer, they put a lot in here.
They were very efficient with the space. And the windows even, each bunk bed has a nice window. So again, that natural light, I care about that.
Kids can sneak out after dark.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no.
Hopefully not.
Okay. All right. So like any of our RVs, it has the standard necessities for life. You've got heating and cooling and hot water. So those are things that we certainly wouldn't want to do without. But then nice little features too, like a bigger sink than what you would expect in an RV this size. And then they do double duty by giving you the little cover that actually turns it into like a dish drainer. You have a 2-burner gas cooktop.
Okay, fancy.
Microwave.
All of the appliances that you would really have in a home.
Exactly, and this is even a residential refrigerator.
Okay.
So it's just a small residential is what it is.
Campi needs that space for all her snacks.
There you go.
I'm a hungry girl.
And television.
Television.
So you can watch
Amazing.
Channel 40.
Channel 40, let's go camping, right here.
So there you go.
And this swivels, right?
I believe this does pull out and swivel, so you can see it from about anywhere in the RV.
Perfect.
Check that out.
Perfect. Movie night.
I'm telling you, get the popcorn ready. We've got the microwave with the popcorn
button.
With
the popcorn. Hook it up. We're all good.
I know.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for this tour. What was the name of this one again?
This is a Real-Lite.
A Real-Lite, because it is very light.
It is. We have lots of different sizes of them as well.
Thanks so much.
My pleasure.
Thanks, guys, for watching.
Try our easy-to-use Shop by Payment tool. You set what you want to spend, and our True Payments engine will find the best matches across our entire inventory. You can even add your trade-in. You'll get customized financing for every vehicle matching your budget. You'll be amazed at what you can buy. There is no impact on your credit and no obligation to buy. Shop by Payment.
Here's junior camper Aiden with today's camper quiz.
Which state has the most state parks? A, New York, B, Florida, C, Washington, D, California. Back to you, Kurt.
The answer is coming up after this Campin flashback entitled Hotel on Wheels.
A hotel on wheels? That's what we said, a hotel. Just find a view, put up the sidewalls and the roof, and presto, you have a dining room with windows all around it. Just like a good old American Pullman, it has room to sleep a dozen when they're not busy admiring the scenery. A restful night far from the madding throng where reveille can be a pleasure. In fact, the whole arrangement's cozy. All the comforts of home and an alfresco breakfast that whets sluggish appetites. All in all, there's something to be said for the hotel that takes you with it instead of having to hunt one.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming. Thank you, Mount Comfort RV, for bringing us here today. Today, I'd like to identify enemies of campers, Boy Scouts, and the U.S. military. These enemies are poison ivy and poison oak. You can see their picture here. Get a good look at them. Pure evil. These guys are pure evil. E-V-I-L. Evil. Don't touch them, don't burn them, and don't eat them. And for gosh sakes, don't use them as toilet paper substitute. Just don't even look at them. In closing, know what poison ivy and poison oak look like to avoid irritating, itchy rashes. And now, Major, would you like to say a few words?
No, thank you. No. No. No.
Camp 7 nights for free. Go to camp7nights.com for more information.
Here is the answer to our camper quiz. Which state has the most state parks? The answer is D, California, with 270 state parks. California also leads all other states in hosting 9 national parks. Back to you, Kurt.
Thanks, Aiden. The Coachman Crosstrek is the perfect eco-friendly motorhome that takes you where most other motorhomes cannot. Here's Nate Saunders of Coachman with more.
Thanks, Kurt. Again, my name's Nate Saunders with Coachman RV. I handle the CrossTrek product here. What we have behind me is the CrossTrek 21XG. The 21XG model is built on the Ford Transit. It's a 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. Available in both rear-wheel drive or upgradable to all-wheel drive. This one here in particular is on an all-wheel drive platform. The Crosstrek is 24 feet in length, 7 feet 7 inches wide, so it maintains a very small profile, very similar to what you'd find in a Class B van. So you have a very convenient size. Full fiberglass front cap and curved wing walls give it more automotive styling. The benefit of being a Class C is it is a little bit larger that you can bring more stuff with you. Speaking of bringing more stuff with you, I'd like to show you the main feature for the 21XG, and it's this rear storage. So on the back here, we have a large rear door with a screen door. So when you're parked and you're camped somewhere, you have this nice, beautiful airflow that you can get. Once you open it up, you have the rear bed. You can fold the bed up, and then you have space for bicycles, kayaks, any of the camping gear you'd like to bring with you. Also, a feature that I'd really like to point out to you, the CrossTrek Transit model, so both the 20XG and this 21XG, are a little bit different setup for power generation. So there's going to be no generator on board. It's all battery power. You have 2 batteries on this tray and then 2 batteries on a tray on the other side. So you have 4 100 amp hour AGM batteries. Those batteries run through a 3,000 watt inverter to power all your 110 volt in the coach, including your air conditioner. Air conditioner, you're going to get about 3 hours on a full battery charge. In order to recharge those batteries, you can be plugged into Shoreline Power, run your chassis either idling or while driving down the road, and then solar. So we have equipped on this model a 190 watt roof solar panel. There's room to add additional solar panels if needed, as well as the ability to put a portable solar panel here on the side. Let me take you inside the coach to show you some of the features that we have in here. On the inside of the Coachman CrossTrek 21XG, you'll immediately feel a difference when comparing it to other smaller motorhomes. One of the big differences that you have is you have a full-size J-Lounge dinette that you can comfortably seat and dine 3 to 4 people. The kitchen area is also very large, so you have additional workspace on top of the refrigerator here. And speaking of the refrigerator, you have a very large 5 cubic foot refrigerator. And then plenty of cooktop options here. Also, the storage. You have quite a bit of interior storage for closet space, for drawers. Let me turn the light on here, and then you have a full bath. So where you usually have the wet bath on a B van, since this is a traditional Class C, we're able to fit a full-size bathroom and still maintain that small footprint.
Saraland Park and Campground in Columbus, Indiana sits on 350 sprawling acres of natural beauty. It's Indiana's sports and recreation destination, all wrapped around a spacious wooded campground. Active campers will love the boating, fishing, hiking, and biking, while others will enjoy just pulling up a chair and taking in the evening entertainment. Go to Saraland.org for reservations. That's Saraland.org.
Start planning your next family vacation with the rental RV from Mount Comfort RV. Our rental fleet features new RVs of all sizes that fit all budgets, beginning at just $71 per day. You can come and go on your own schedule. No lines, no canceled flights, and no hassles. Enjoy the safest and most secure way to travel with your family and friends while enjoying both the journey and the destination. For more information on RV rentals, go to mountcomfortrv.com.
Let's talk about food. It is my favorite part about camping, right?
This is the best part about camping, actually, yeah.
Today we just wanted to highlight some of our favorite recipes that we have come across the last several years while we've been camping. They're kind of our go-to staples while we are camping. Of course, make them your own, or we would love to hear from you about some of your favorite recipes, but today we're going to highlight 4 of our favorite recipes.
I'm going to start first by talking about some breakfast options. One of our go-to favorites is actually just a breakfast burrito. We use a scrambled eggs and some chorizo sausage instead of just regular sausage. And then we like the chorizo just because it gives a little extra spice, a little extra kick to it. And plus, you know, if you're planning something, a lot of activity for the day, lots of protein packed inside that wrap. So you can add just some simple toppings like some cheddar cheese, some sour cream, some hot sauce, or we like to mix it up a little bit with some feta cheese and some green onion on there as well. It's pretty tasty.
So the second thing that we really love to make are chicken Caesar wraps. We have been known to camp and not be so healthy while we're eating. So the last few years we've really tried to make an effort to just eat healthier. So our favorite lunch option is a chicken Caesar wrap. It's great because you can buy the rotisserie chicken ahead of time, shred it at home before you leave for your camping trip, and then just keep it in the fridge. And that way, if you've been gone for, you know, all morning hiking or swimming or what have you, you get back to your campsite, you're hungry, you're ready to go, you just mix it together and it's simple. You don't have to use an oven or start a fire or anything. So we really, really like it.
And the dressing's great too because you can prepare that ahead of time, just store it in a mason jar and just pour it on there whenever you're ready to eat. All right, so the next thing I'm going to talk about, this is actually one of my go-to favorites. We call these hobo packets. I think that's pretty much how they're known. These are kind of a nostalgic dish for me. When we would go camping when I was a kid, these were just one of those easy to make meals, actually right there in the campfire. So you're going to want some good heavy-duty foil. We like to layer it, just kind of fold it over a nice big sheet. We toss our red potatoes, some green beans, with just some olive oil, and then whatever seasoning you like. We have just kind of I think it's like a 24 herb, or 24 different spices and herbs.
Again, keep in mind limited storage, so take something that you're going to need and use often. So, and with your protein too, you can totally mix it up. You can add whatever vegetables you like. These are just what we enjoy.
Right. Yeah, and in fact, I mean, these are just chicken sausages actually, but with a jalapeno flavor. So again, we like the spices. So, but yeah, just wrap it all up, put it in the hot coals. This is one also if you're camping. Say you've got a rainy evening and campfire is not really an option for that night. This is an easy one to just throw in the oven, which is actually how we just did this one.
Now, our last favorite, and this is something that Troy made a couple years ago when we were camping in Brown County, and I said hands down it was my favorite pork carnitas recipe I've ever had. The best thing about it is you just need a crock pot, but keep in mind you've got to have electricity for that. So if you do have electricity, the best thing is you put the pork together with all the seasonings in the morning, plug it in, and then you leave your campsite for the day. You can go enjoy all your plans. You come back the afternoon and it smells amazing when you go into your camper. You can smell all the delicious herbs and ingredients and seasonings, and it's all sizzling and just wonderful. It's amazing. And then Troy will shred it up, and then again, you can put any toppings you want with it. We really like to have cilantro, green onions, some shredded lettuce, some hot sauce, again, like spicy, some fresh lime, and then Troy also makes the best guacamole in the world. So one tip, if you are making guacamole, we like to keep the seed in the guacamole to keep it green. That way it doesn't brown as quickly. But again, it's all about food, and my mouth's watering just thinking of it. So I'm excited to dive into this. For a full list of recipes, check out the website. We've listed the link below. And for Let's Go Camping, this is Katie and Troy, your Camping Hoosiers.
Well, I don't know about you, but that sure made me hungry. So off we go to start our own campfire. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can write me at kurt@letsgocampin.com. And of course, you can always go to our website, letsgocampin.com, to view our entire show library. As always, please be kind to one another and never back up without another set of eyes on the outside of your camper. So long, everyone.
Standard issue Jason Voorhees.
Thank you for joining us today. For more videos, go to letsgocampin.com.